Long ago, people lived in North America. They were Native Americans. They had their own languages and cultures. Then explorers from Europe arrived. Europe is a different continent. Christopher Columbus was one of the first explorers. He arrived in 1492. He thought he had reached India. He hadn't. He had found a new world. Europeans started to explore and claim this land. They came from Spain, France, and England. They built settlements and started colonies. A colony is a place ruled by another country. The arrival of Europeans changed life forever in North America. It started a new chapter in history. This new world was full of resources and opportunities. Many Europeans saw a chance for a new life. They sailed across the ocean to build homes and communities. They also brought their own beliefs and ways of life. This would lead to conflict and change for everyone involved. The arrival of Europeans marked a turning point. It set in motion a chain of events that shaped the future. The new world would never be the same. Many Europeans came to the New World to escape religious persecution. They wanted the freedom to practice their own beliefs. Others came seeking land and opportunities. Life in Europe could be hard, and America offered a fresh start. Life in the colonies was challenging. Settlers had to clear land, build homes, and farm the land. They faced harsh winters, disease, and conflict with Native Americans. Despite the hardships, the colonies grew. People worked hard to create new lives for themselves and their families. The arrival of Europeans brought conflict with the Native Americans. Europeans wanted more land, which led to wars and displacement. Native Americans fought to protect their homes and way of life. Over time, 13 colonies developed along the eastern coast of North America. Each colony had its own unique character and government. However, they were all connected by their ties to England and the English king. This connection would eventually lead to a revolution. As the colonies grew, tensions with England increased. England imposed taxes and laws that the colonists felt were unfair. They argued that they should have a say in their own government. The cry of no taxation without representation rang out through the colonies. In 1775, the tension erupted into war. The colonists formed an army to fight for their independence. The Revolutionary War was a long and bloody conflict. The colonists, led by General George Washington, showed great courage and determination. In 1776, the colonists declared their independence from England. They wrote the Declaration of Independence, a powerful statement of freedom and equality. It proclaimed that all men are created equal and have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. After years of fighting, the colonists won the war. They established a new nation called the United States of America. This victory was a triumph for freedom and democracy. It inspired people around the world who were fighting for their own rights. The new nation faced many challenges. One of the biggest was the issue of slavery. Slavery had existed in the colony since the beginning. It was a cruel system that denied basic human rights to millions of Africans. As the nation grew, so did the debate over slavery. The northern states, where slavery was less common, developed an industrial economy. They favored tariffs to protect their industries. The southern states relied heavily on agriculture, particularly cotton, which depended on enslaved labor. They opposed tariffs as they hindered their trade with Europe. The disagreement over slavery and economic policies deepened the divide between the North and South. In 1860, Abraham Lincoln, who opposed the expansion of slavery, was elected president. This event proved to be a turning point. 11 southern states seceded from the Union and formed the Confederate States of America. This secession led to the Civil War, a brutal conflict that pitted brother against brother. Section 5. New Machines, New Ways of Life. The late 19th century witnessed a period of rapid industrial growth known as the Industrial Revolution. New inventions and technologies transformed the nation. Factories sprang up in cities, producing goods on a massive scale. The railroad expanded, connecting distant parts of the country. The Industrial Revolution brought significant changes to American society. People moved from rural areas to cities in search of work. Cities grew rapidly, leading to overcrowding and social problems. New industries created wealth, but also led to income inequality and labor unrest. One of the most significant developments of this era was the rise of big business. Powerful industrialists such as Andrew Carnegie in steel and John D. Rockefeller in oil built vast empires. They controlled large portions of the economy, leading to concerns about monopolies and unfair business practices. The Industrial Revolution had a profound impact on American life. It transformed the economy, society, and the environment. It also laid the foundation for the United States to become a global power. Section 6. World Wars, Global Conflicts. In the early 20th century, the United States found itself drawn into global conflicts. World War I broke out in Europe in 1914. The United States initially remained neutral, but joined the war on the side of the Allies in 1917. The war had a significant impact on American society. It led to increased government power, economic mobilization, and social change. Women entered the workforce in large numbers, and African Americans migrated north in search of better opportunities. After the war, the United States retreated into isolationism. However, the rise of fascism in Europe in the 1930s posed a new threat to world peace. When World War II began in 1939, the United States again remained neutral at first. However, the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 brought the United States into the war. World War II was a global conflict that had a profound impact on the United States. It emerged from the war as a superpower, playing a leading role in shaping the post-war world. Section 7. The Fight for Equality. The decades following World War II witnessed a growing movement for civil rights in the United States. African Americans, who had faced centuries of discrimination and segregation, began to demand equal rights and opportunities. The civil rights movement gained momentum in the 1950s and 1960s. Leaders such as Martin Luther King Jr. advocated for nonviolent resistance to segregation and discrimination. They organized protests, marches, and boycotts to challenge Jim Crow laws and demand voting rights. The civil rights movement achieved significant victories, including the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. These landmark laws outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, and guaranteed the right to vote for all citizens. The struggle for equality continues today, as different groups fight for their rights and recognition. The civil rights movement serves as a reminder of the power of ordinary people to bring about extraordinary change. Section 8. America in a New Century. The late 20th and early 21st centuries brought new challenges and opportunities for the United States. The end of the Cold War in 1991 marked the beginning of a new era in international relations. The United States emerged as the sole superpower, facing new threats such as terrorism and global instability. The rise of globalization and technology led to rapid changes in the American economy and society. The internet and personal computers transformed the way people communicate, work, and access information. The United States became a leader in innovation and technology, but also faced challenges such as job displacement and income inequality. The United States also experienced significant demographic shifts during this period. Immigration from Latin America and Asia increased the diversity of the population. The country grappled with issues of immigration reform, cultural identity, and social cohesion. The early 21st century also saw the election of the first African-American president, Barack Obama, in 2008. This historic event marked a significant step forward for racial progress in the United States. Section 9. The story continues. The history of the United States is a story of ongoing change and evolution. From its humble beginnings as a collection of colonies, it has grown into a global superpower. Along the way, it has faced many challenges and triumphs. The United States has been shaped by the contributions of countless individuals from all walks of life. Its history is a testament to the human spirit's capacity for innovation, resilience, and the pursuit of a better tomorrow. As the United States moves forward, it continues to grapple with issues of equality, justice, and the role it plays in the world. The story of the United States is not over. It is being written every day.